Welcome to my Airbnb. It's free, and it was just raining a couple seconds ago. I guess I could just sit here, or not.
I have a private island country. It's called Rickrollland. I know you've never heard of that before. I've only made like 30 videos about it. Now, I decided to put this private island on Airbnb. Why? Because reasons. And people actually bought it.
Welcome to Rickrollland. It's a tropical meme in the Caribbean sand.
Where is this island? As a matter of fact, what is this island, you might ask? Well, this is a 300-foot long island in the middle of the Bahamas. I bought it for 3,000 buckaroos. The reason I was able to get it for so cheap is because I guess the person selling it had no use for it, and it was literally just a big mound of sand looking like Bikini Bottom. So I purchased it. Now, after I made my original video about me turning it into a country, a full bona fide actual country legally, because of a legal loophole in the Bahamas Code of Government. Because of that, well, it kind of went viral, and it got literally marked as an international, with international borders on Google.
You'll never leave, but you'll always dance. It's a never gonna give you up romance.
1 year ago, I went to Rickrollland, and I stayed there for 1 week straight. If you don't know about that yet, then you should probably just watch that. It's like on the homepage of this channel. Well, actually, just do that after you watch this video. So, I put this island on Airbnb, and it turns out, like, with Airbnb, you could pretty much just, put anything on there, as long as you can verify that you own it. And since I do own this island, I can literally list it on there as a tent, but it has to be at minimum a tent, because you can't just only list a deserted island, apparently. Luckily for you, I actually have a tent there, and I stayed in it myself for over a week. It's probably not still there. It might have been sucked into a hurricane by now. But you don't know that, so it doesn't matter. Rickrollland, or the island itself, is located off the coast of another Bahamas island. And in order to get there, you need to take a plane to that said island. Drive down to a boat dock, and then take either a rented or your personal boat about 15 miles or about 25 kilometers out to this private destination here. When you get to the island, it's basically just a mound of sand. But on a good day, maybe low tide if there hasn't been a hurricane in the last couple of weeks or so, there might be some foliage or trees that are growing on there. This way you might actually be able to like knock down some trees and make like a little Minecraft house. That's what I did in real life. Now, the minimum listing you could do for an Airbnb listing is $10, but luckily they have like a feature where you could put it on sale. So I had this thing on sale for $8. Anyone could buy this for a measly $8 for 1 day. But that's just still too expensive, so I put an incentive that I would actually refund you if you made it there. So let's go ahead and look at some of the reservations that we achieved with this listing. There's actually been quite a few since last year. The page has been taken down multiple times, but I have been very persistent in bringing it back up because it's really an important thing for people to be able to stay here at my private country. It's supposed to be a free country.
We're just always recording. I said that 4 times now. Sorry, just checking my mental state. Welcome to the Airbnb. This is Rickrollland. If you can see right there, that is the ocean. It's about 10:45 in the morning, and I thought I'd film the Airbnb messages today. I'd go through all the reservations of the people who actually reserved Rickrollland and see if they basically showed up, because there's a lot of people here, as you can tell. Now, there's no Wi-Fi here, so I have the Airbnb page saved. I don't know if you can see that, but if you can't, I'll just edit it in. I have the reservations and the messages all saved, so we can just like take a little peek at all of the people attempting to come here. And pardon the fact that I'm extremely moist. Now, I've been here for 4 days.
So, as an Airbnb host, I'm capable of actually promoting this thing. So, I promoted it to the top page, and as a result, multiple people actually made the reservations. We have a couple people who made it to the island, ostensibly, and had taken pictures of the actual island with them on it. We're gonna get into that, but also the listing itself seems to have well, this one before it got taken down 26 and 5-star reviews. So we have this person, Bob Booker. They said, hello, is this real? My wife and I are staying in the Bahamas for a weekend and are looking for interesting sights to see. I see that this island is on Google Maps. Can we get there from Acklands, or do we need a boat? Thank you. Acklands is like the main bigger island nearby. Yeah. Anyways, we're also gonna get into how much money I made off of this Airbnb by the end of this video, so just keep watching to the end. I said, yes, you need a boat, but it's free. The island, not the boat. They said, okay, that's great. We should be around that area on Saturday. How many square feet is the location? I said, let me check. Yep, the island is 20,000 square feet. Okay, kinda confused if the location has amenities based off the pictures. It has a tent. As described. They said, okay, we'll update you on Saturday. Bob Booker said, okay, we will update you on Saturday. Let's flash back to some of the reservations I had while I was staying on the island myself.
I put this thing on Airbnb literally last Monday, and since then there's already been like 30 different reservations. And then somebody booked without even messaging me first, so I had to contact them and say, hey there, just so you know, my island is only accessible by seaplane, boat, or kayak. And they just said, okay. And then they canceled the reservation. Well, that's fair enough. Alright, and I just realized that wasn't recording until like an hour later, so now I have to reset up everything and do this last part of this segment again. So that's good. Basically, where we left off, we currently have an active reservation for the whole week by Jeff Donaldson. Thank you for reserving that. Someone else made a reservation for 3 days, so I said hello. Thanks for reserving Rickroll Land. Just so you know, it's free to stay, however not easy to arrive. Before coming, note that there is no phone service or Wi-Fi, so I will not be able to assist you through messages, also because I'm on the island myself. And they said, what's on the island? So I said, complimentary sand and a beachfront view. No, but is there a house? I mean, no, but you can camp here. It's free. And then there was no reply.
The rainbows fall like a waterfall, and the Wi-Fi here is one bar, that's all.
My venture capitalist experience of being a landlord is only skyrocketing. Rickroll Land is actually a tax haven. There's no IRS. You could literally set up an offshore whatever you want there, and it's just all good. No IRS is coming for you. Now, someone else messaged. They said, this is not real, because a YouTuber called Thetekkitrealm owns this island. Why are you scamming? I'm Thetekkitrealm. They said, reporting. And they reported the listing. Well, thanks! This is my literal humble abode for 6 days. Oh, that's good. This is my only other clothes. But when it comes to the Airbnb people, I'm guessing they're not gonna show up. Either they showed up to the wrong place, in which case I hope not. That would also suck. So we got another follow-up from the first guy, Bob Booker. He said, hi. So we've been looking around online and absolutely love the area. Looks very peaceful. We'd be willing to extend a reservation if possible for Sunday and Monday. I said Monday it's booked by someone for a full week doing some IRL how long can I survive challenge for a YouTube video or something. So unfortunately Sunday is the last day. You can come a day earlier on Friday if you can. We're staying at the fishing lodge that day. We'll be coming to Acklands on Saturday. We'll go with a 2-night reservation. Nice. Just so you know, Rickroll Island is subject to flooding at a high tide, infestations of sand crabs, inclement weather such as spontaneous hurricanes, and unexpected events such as encounters with the local indigenous tribe. That's true. There is no Wi-Fi, cell service, wild game for food, DoorDash or Amazon Fresh delivery, easy access to infrastructure outside contact by terrestrials or extraterrestrials alike. It's a 20-mile boat ride from Acklands boat dock. a nature preserve, so no littering, in the middle of nowhere. And that's about it. Just wanted to clarify, enjoy your trip. They said yes. I've seen it has a lot of reviews on Yelp. Haha. Looks like a good day trip. We'll update soon. Thank you. Now here's a picture that I received from some apparent renter who booked for a week. Now they have taken multiple pictures of them actually being on the island. And, well, that looks like it's the best weather that I've ever seen. Because all the other times that I was there, it was not looking like that. In fact, it looked like the mouth of hell was opening up from above and about to suck me in there with lightning and Thor. But congratulations, you made it. Hi, is this listing serious? Someone said. I said, can you see it? And that apparently confused them. I said, the listing. They said, yeah. Then it's serious. Okay, but it's just a bunch of picture of a small patch of sand. I said, that's literally what it is.
So now we have 3 people who made reservations for the Airbnb that I set up literally last week. This is a very long week that's not ending anytime soon. My cameraman only knows to come back at the exact same day next week, Sunday at the exact same time. So I really hope he freaking remembers. Because if he doesn't, I'm gonna be pretty freaking mad. And dead. Back at the hotel. That happened.
Someone else said, is this actual Rickroll land? Yes, it's actual Rickroll land. Does it actually cost $8 a night? I'm going on a 1-week fishing trip in that area, and my buddies would love to have a local place to stay that isn't exorbitantly pricey. The only other lodging on Acklands is $500 a night. That's actually true. My cameraman had to stay there, and I flipped the bill.
No one from the Airbnb has shown up yet. I wonder how Levi's doing at the hotel.
How y'all doing? I'm the cameraman. I'm staying at this hotel, and I guess Dallas is doing all right. He's probably still alive, hopefully.
This is torture.
Yeah, I got like 5 days left.
You're welcome. It's literally free. I'll reimburse you after your trip, I said. They said, LOL. I mean, I'll make the reservation right now, but I'm not trying to freeload. If it's your property, you gotta make money. I said, it's literally free if you can get there. It's in the middle of nowhere. They said, we have a 20-foot whaler. We can get there, my man. For serious, it would be a fun trip. Can we camp or something? And then I said, there's a singular tent. Okay, haha. And then they made the reservation for a whole week. They ended up sending me pictures of Rickroll land too. So, okay, I'm just gonna show you how much money we made up to this point, because this was all within the first week. So, we actually earned $732 of reservations. Now, however many of those people actually made it to the island is literally unknown, and ignoring the fact that I refunded all that money because of literally what I said, that's still like an insanely profitable business. Not really, because I still haven't even made back the money I paid for the damn thing. Since June of 2024, when I set this thing up originally, we've received over 27 bookings and over like 30 reviews apparently, even though there's no way that many people even made it to the island. Overall, this Airbnb generated $1,472. And now that I think about it, I never even verified I own this thing, so I could have literally made all that money off of some random island. Anyways, you might be able to see Rickroll land still up on Airbnb. Look, there's no guarantee because it keeps getting taken down over and over again because Airbnb really just kills the mood with everything. Hopefully, it'll still be up, so maybe you could like reserve and try to go there yourself. If you happen to like be going there in that area, please, like, just don't try to go there because it's too expensive and it's not worth it. Trust me, there's nothing there. Like, but if you just happen to like be in the area, go give it a visit. It's a fun place. There's lots of sand crabs. And that's it. That's the end of this video. Goodbye.